Show and Tell. Up next is a person.
Hi. Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm an Developers Academy student, and I told all my fellow students that they were here to see my astrology app, which was a lie. Sorry, guys. That's totally not what I've been working on. This is a picture of my cats. Yeah, Liz said I was a prankster, and I have no idea how she knew I was working on this. So, this is my talk on how I prank my cats. I'm really excited to tell you all about it. So, many of you from my class, a person on Twitter, Kathy Butler. So Kathy Butler is it all started a month ago when I decided to build robots with Twitter. And so she is a Twitter bot that I have built. She's not me just like commenting on your things constantly. She is a series of processes that run on, So I've always been interested in the Turing test, and Twitter provides a unique opportunity because I'm a new developer. I'm not actually good enough to like pass the Turing test under conditions that are, feasible. The Turing test, for those of you not familiar, is a test to see whether you can tell a robot from a human. In Twitter, you only have to make sense for 140 characters. You have limited interaction with others, and some interaction is Boolean, just like, I favorited this. And the internet is full of weirdos. So, if she says she does anything weird, I can just blame it on that. So, the main point of Kathy Butler is to favorite all the tweets of people in class. She picks one person that she really, really likes, and she favorites pretty much everything they say, and retweets about half of it, and they wonder, why is she liking it so much? But it's not all that unusual, because we get a lot of, women being interested in the program, and, So, here she is, favoriting Liz Rush's tweet from earlier. She's been following a couple people and blocked her after only 7 tweets.
It's close.
Sade was about ready to block her. Yeah, I apologize. Future versions will know not to retweet Foursquare. So I got this remote server, which was a new thing for me, and I used the cron tab process, which is a process where it runs your file for you at specified times. Some people use this to send themselves emails to remind themselves about meetings. I use it to prank my friends. So, Kathy, how she works is I realized that she couldn't just favorite things and then people go to her and she has no tweets because that would make her look like a robot for sure. So Kathy has a list of hobbies. It's a text file that she, when she wakes up every hour, she searches through the list of hobbies. And then she selects one, and she finds recent tweets about it, and then she steals the text from that tweet for her own, and she has a 20% chance of retweeting it. It makes her look like a surprisingly, kind of boring but normal, she looks like somebody who's not really sure what social media is for. Tweets by Kathy Butler. These are some of my favorites. That was the worst Dairy Queen experience I've ever been through. Just opened my new book to find $40, and if you don't enjoy going through car washes, you're not human. Because she's not human. So also she's had interactions with some people. Eric Hodel keeps having interactions with people. I'm not sure if there's a romance there. It's like he came back from the movie Her and he wasn't sure, he wanted her for himself, but she was all that was available. But I realized that the next thing that she would be really incredible if she didn't have any friends. People would not believe her. They'd be like, this is a bot. And so I made more Twitter bots to be her friends and follow her tweets. Oh my God. This is Diane Novak. She is one of my other Twitter bots. She's currently following Anne because she blocked Kathy. And Diane is probably, she's my first string Twitter bot. She says great things like this. She said, I almost finished Friday Night Lights and I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm done. And then 4 hours later she said, starting Friday nights all over again just because I can. straightforward. She just
No state. That just random.
what?
There's no state between those. It just randomly happens.
That's just randomly happened. Those are 4 hours apart. And then Noah, who is an example of how much it really does matter what you put in the hobbies thing, because Noah is the worst Twitter bot that I have. I don't know if you guys can but here is some lyrics that he likes. Bleeding inside, there's no way to hide the agony that is gripping me. Doesn't take away the constant decay that is killing me. Hashtag lyrics.
Is it Mark?
I don't know. I don't know. He was designed to be a teacher. So another feature that I'm betaing is the response feature. Kathy has a list of like 20 responses that you can give from LOL to right on to let me know how that works out for you. That she will say to your things. So this is actually the best this possibly could have turned out because Anne says, I'm posting with the Twitter API in GEM, which is what we were working on these past couple of weeks, is learning about APIs. I had lucked out and done an API project over the break, so I was able to figure some of this stuff out. And also I was really determined. But anyway, Kathy Butler says, you must be joking in response. And Anne says, I'm not. And that is the proper response to that. And then Kathy Butler responds my favorite in that Kathy. So my future goals for this is I'd like them to have more interactions. I'd like them to have something where, like, if you mention something with one of their hobbies, they reply to you with just like a random tweet about that hobby. So you're kind of like, wow, they're weird. But like, I guess I talked about coffee and they talked about coffee, and so like they're just a weirdo. I'd like to have more legitimate AI rather than just stealing text from other people. I'd like to have some sentiment analysis gems. If you'll notice, some of them were Seahawks fans, and I wasn't able to like successfully filter tweets without sentiment analysis that was pro Seahawk and anti Seahawk. One version of this, I was going to sick one on DeVita and just have it heckle her about the Seahawks constantly, but I didn't get that done in time. And I'd like to build a whole community of them to just be able to do whatever I'd like. If you want to follow them and the random things, here are their names. Is that big enough you can read that in the back? Okay, and finally, I'm Liz Usselton. That's U.S. like United States and Elton like John. And thank you very much for your attention.
I might hate you just a little. Just a little.